What's up, guys? We have reached episode 24 of the 2026 MLB Team Preview Series. That means we are getting very, very close to opening day. Today, we're going to be focusing on the Boston Red Sox. But first, shout out to W Energy. Go check them out. They got awesome drinks. They got awesome hats. They got awesome cups. They got all kinds of great stuff. Link is in the description below. Use promo code BATBOY, get 10% off. Go check them out. I appreciate that. And I thought Shorio just hit another home run. I am recording this while Venezuela just took a 7-5 lead over Japan off a 3-run bomb by Wilyer Abreu. So if you see me kind of peeking over, that's because I have the game playing. But this show must go on, so I will continue to record these while I am watching the World Baseball Classic this week. Boston Red Sox 2025 recap. They went 89-73. Finished third place in the AL East. They lost to the Yankees in the wild card round. It was their first playoff appearance since 2021, losing the ALCS to Houston. They haven't won the division in 7 seasons since winning 3 straight from 2016 to 2018. It's been a bit disappointing for Boston of late. I don't hate that, as you can see from my hat. I chose this hat today for a reason. Now, I respect the Red Sox, but I will wear this hat for a reason because I do not like the Red Sox. But as a baseball fanatic, I can respect the Red Sox and I can report, quote unquote, on the Red Sox with an unbiased opinion. Notable moves this offseason: they added starting pitcher Ranger Suarez, 5 years, $130 million. They also made some big trades with the Cardinals. This was not the same trade. There was 2 separate trades. They received first baseman Wilson Contreras and starting pitcher Sonny Gray. They also received starting pitcher Johan Oviedo from Pittsburgh and infielders Caleb Durbin from the Brewers and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa for 1 year, $6 million. They lost third baseman Alex Bregman, who went to the Cubs. They lost starting pitchers Richard Fitz, Brandon Clark, and Hunter Dobbins. All got shipped to St. Louis. Starting pitcher Kyle Harrison, infielder David Hamilton, who I really like, traded to Milwaukee. However, getting Caleb Durbin in that deal, I think, is an upgrade, but we'll get into that. They lost a trio of starting pitchers: Jordan Hicks, Steven Matz, Dustin May. Outfielder Justin Garcia, who I talked about, I think, quite a lot in the Pittsburgh episode. Relief pitcher Liam Hendricks and first baseman Nathaniel Lowe. Net win, in my opinion. Net win. Suarez and Gray are going to be huge. Contreras is going to be big. Caleb Durbin, I think, is a lot better than people are going to realize. Injuries, all of which questionable for opening day. Starting pitcher Patrick Sandoval had elbow surgery in June of 2024, which seems like a very long time ago. And I will tell you, that is a very long time ago, and he's still working his way back. First baseman Tristan Casas, knee surgery in May of 2025. Not going to go in depth because I'm going to talk about him in a minute. Starting pitcher Cutter Crawford, wrist surgery. Catcher Connor Wong, hand surgery. Infielder Romy Gonzalez, shoulder inflammation. And starting pitcher Tanner Houck had Tommy John in August. Probably won't be back for 2026. Major storylines heading into this season. This Boston Red Sox roster is one of the best rosters they've had in quite some time. Are they going to be able to put it all together? The lineup doesn't have any holes. As long as they stay healthy, this lineup doesn't have any holes. It is deep. It is powerful. It is not a strikeout. It's not a high strikeout rate team. They're going to put the ball in play. They're going to make the defense make plays, and they're going to hit for some power. This rotation can compete with literally anybody. The Crochet Suarez-Gray combo at the top is going to be nuts. The bullpen is disgusting. That Whitlock-Chapman combo is going to be tough to hit for anybody. They're going to shorten games to 7 innings. This is a really good roster. However, as you'll see in these next few episodes, the next 3 episodes are all AL East teams. All of the rosters, which are very good. This is going to be a brutal division, but the Red Sox are as good as anybody in this division. On paper, Jarren Duran disappointed me last year, And that's not to say that he was bad. He had a 111 weighted run created, 118 OPS plus. He had a good year. I thought he was going to be MVP candidate, MVP finalist, Jarren Duran. After the jump he made from 23 to 24, I thought he was going to make another jump into 2025. The 23 to 24 jump was astronomical. It was looking like we were going to get MVP style player moving forward. And then 2025, he actually took a little bit of a step back. We saw a dip in his OPS plus, his rated run created, extra base hits, stolen base. Average went down by 30 points. Strikeouts went up in less at bats. OPS dropped by 60 points. It was just hard to judge because, like I said, it was a good season for the average player. He was 20% better than the average player. But for what I was expecting, it was a disappointment. And I think what Boston was expecting, it was disappointment because I think he was going to be the driver to take them to a division title, and that obviously didn't happen. If Boston is going to win the ALCS this year with a beefed up Toronto, with a beefed up Baltimore, with Yankee team who could be getting some reinforcements midway through the season that could beef them up a little bit, Duran has to be driving that bus. He's got to be the best player on this offense. He's got to be dominating this offense. Just no other way to put it. The Wilson Contreras and Caleb Durbin additions are some of my favorite adds in this offseason. I think they fit their needs perfectly, and I think they're going to be so essential to what they do this season. Wilson Contreras is going to bring a nice bit of right-handed power to complement Trevor Story, who is really the only other right-handed power bat in this lineup. This is a field where, opposite of Yankee Stadium, where they got the short right porch, Boston has a very short left field porch. The wall is tall, obviously. That's the Green Monster. But it's very, very short. They need more right-handed hitters to take advantage of that. I thought Eugenio Suarez was going to come to Boston, and I was going to watch him hit 60 home runs in that ballpark. I think Wilson Contreras is going to have a big year. In 8 full seasons as a big leaguer, he's had a less than 3 WAR only twice. And this is also including never having played more than 138 games. So if he gets a full season, we're looking at 4 or 5 WAR type player. 4 of those seasons he played in less than 120 games and still was accumulating 3+ WAR most of those seasons. He has a 120 OPS plus 4 straight years. He is a very, very good hitter. Caleb Durbin. This move is so underrated. It's not being talked about. It almost looks like moving David Hamilton for Caleb Durbin is a lateral move. No. Caleb Durbin, I think, is going to be so good. I'm still bitter that the Yankees sent him to Milwaukee for Devin Williams, which turned out to be a big, giant failure. He was third in Rookie of the Year last year, 105 weighted run created in his rookie season with just 136 games. Contact guy, strikes out not at all. Extremely low strikeout rate. Big contact guy. 20/20 potential at Fenway. He's an excellent defender. He can play all over the field. I love this move for Boston. As a fan of baseball, I think this is a perfect place for him, unfortunately. I think he's going to be really good in this lineup, and I think he's going to deepen this lineup and make it very difficult for opposing pitchers. To piggyback on the Wilson Contreras ad, it's time to move on from the Tristan Casas experiment. The hype was real. First round pick in 2018 by Boston. He was the potential and the upside for this kid was so high, and it still might be. He was blowing away the minors with power. When he actually gets to play in the big leagues and he's healthy, he's got a lot of power. He strikes out a lot, 31, almost 32% strikeout rate in 2024. Didn't play much in 2025. Low average. He just can't stay healthy. He's not great on defense. The average is low. He's gonna give you power. I think it's just time to give it up. Trade him, or whatever you can do with him. It's time to move on. You got Contreras now. You don't need him anymore. I think Contreras gives you the ability to just cut ties. It didn't work. Not every draft pick is going to work out. The Casas pick just didn't work out. He can't stay on the field. Peyton Toll. I'm not really sure how to say his last name. Number 1 overall prospect for the Red Sox. He's a 19 ML prospect overall in MLB. This number 2 left-handed pitching prospect. He's a 6'6 power guy with a 70 grade fastball. He's got electric stuff. His taste of Major League Baseball in 2025 wasn't great, but it was only 16 innings. But he did allow 5 home runs. Minor league numbers are really good. Evaluators see him as the best left-handed prospect in baseball. It's really him or Thomas White from Miami. They are just leagues apart from the rest of the left-handed pitchers in the minors right now. I think he's going to be really good. This rotation is very deep, so I'm not sure how much opportunity he's going to get, but starters miss time. It's just part of the game. They're going to miss some spots here, and Peyton Toll is going to step into that role, and we'll see what he does. Player focus. Garrett Crochet has cemented himself as one of the 3 best pitchers in baseball. It's Paul Skeens, it's Tarek Skubal, it's Garrett Crochet. Those are the 3. You can throw Yamamoto in that mix if you want, but it's really those 3. We knew getting him out of Chicago was going to be instrumental to his career. I didn't realize it was going to take him to a point where he was virtually unhittable. The numbers with the White Sox were ridiculous. He had a 13 strikeouts per 9 inning rate in 2024, 209 strikeouts in 146 innings. That is crazy. Doesn't walk anybody. He was getting hit. He was getting hit harder than you would expect at that rate of dominance, but I think it was because he was just living in the strike zone where he was just trying to overpower you. His average exit velo was 88.3, which put him right in the middle, but for a pitcher of his caliber, he should be closer to the top of that list. He should be down probably around 80 miles per hour off the bat. He remedied this in 2025. Exit velo was lower. Hard hit was lower. Barrel percentage was lower. His strikeout rate did come down to 11.2 per 9, which we say down. It's a pretty dramatic drop, but 13 per 9 is not sustainable for a starting pitcher. It just says you can't strike out that many people for a career. It's not going to happen. So coming down to 11.2, he's still one of the best strikeout pitchers we have on this planet. 2025, he led the AL in innings pitched. He led Major League Baseball in strikeouts. He came in second in the Cy Young voting. He was 8th in MVP. 2.59 ERA in a brutal division. He shut down the Yankees in Game 1 of the wild card round. He's so good. Adding Ranger Suarez to pair him with Crochet, this is going to be a very good top of the rotation to go along with a very deep lineup. This is going to be a difficult team to beat. And Garrett Crochet is the leading force of that. He is probably one of the 10 best players in the sport, let alone just pitchers in general. 2026 outlook, it's starting to get so much harder with these teams now, especially in this group, like the 20 to 24 range, where it's you can see them winning the division, but there's teams that seem to be just a little bit better. There's a lot of teams fighting for a wild card. I'm not making my official predictions yet. That episode will be coming out on opening day. I can easily see Boston grabbing a wild card spot. I can even see a path for them to win the AL East. I can see them finishing anywhere from 1 to 4, along with the other 4 teams in that bunch. The Toronto, New York, Baltimore, Boston group is just going to be nuts to watch this year. My official predictions, again, I'm not doing it yet because I want to sit down and really go over them before I release that episode. But I would be surprised to see this team not make the playoffs. That's all I got today. Shout out to W Energy. Go check them out. Link is below. 10% off. Use promo code BATBOY. Tomorrow, we got Los New York Yankees. That's going to be a fun one. And the day after, we got the Toronto Blue Jays. Like I said, it's an AL East row coming up. And all 3 of these teams are very good. There's no denying that. Along with Baltimore, was only 2 episodes ago. So 4 out of 5 of the last 8 were AL East. This is going to be a brutal division. It's going to be so fun to watch these teams duke it out. and see what they could do against the rest of the league, because I feel like they're going to beat up on some other teams and then beat up on each other and just wear each other out. And it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Follow me on TikTok at TheBatBoyMLB. There will be also a World Baseball Classic episode coming out today. Check that out. We got the finals coming up. I don't know who's in it yet. I'm recording this on Saturday during the Venezuela-Japan game, which I have on right next to me. So check that out. Check this out. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. I'll see you tomorrow.